Our last lesson in Chapter 1 is more practice with introducing significant digits, but it includes practice with rounding as well. So rounding each integer to the number of significant digits given. So we have an example of 5,379. They say they want it rounded to 3 significant digits. So we're always going to start at the left. 1, 2, 3. So we want to round it to the tens place. So here it says the fourth significant digit is 9, which is correct. Because 9 is greater than 5, it tells us to raise up our third significant digit. So from 7, we round up to 8, and everything after becomes a 0. So they're true in saying that 5,379 is closer to 5,380 than 5,370. So 5,379 rounded to 3 significant digits is 5,380. Just a little rhyme that I like to help students remember for rounding is 4 or less, let it rest. 5 or more, raise the score. So let's do some practice of our own. Here we have 128,043, and they want it rounded to the fourth significant digit. So I'm going to count and identify the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this 0 here. We're going to look at the fifth significant digit, which is 4, to decide what to do. 4 is less than 5. So as I said, 4 or less, let it rest. We're leaving that 0 alone because our fifth digit is a 5, and then everything else will come back, or everything else to the right of it will be a 0. So what we're saying is 128,043 is closer to 128,000 than to 128,100, which would be the next rounding up. So the integer rounded to 4 significant digits is 1,200. My apologies for saying that number wrong, 128,000. Number 8, again, we're rounding to 5 significant digits. So I'm going to identify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5 is what we're rounding to. So I need to say that look at what the 6 is to determine what to do to that 5. The 6th digit is a 9, which is more than 5. So because that's more than 5, I'm going to bring up that 5 to a 6. So I'm rewriting 150,660, and that last one becomes a 0. So 150,659 is closer to 150,660 than it is to 150,650, which would have been if we left that alone. Rounding decimals, you're doing exactly the same thing. You just have to count the significant digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in this case. So we have to look at the fifth. The fifth is a 0, which is less than 5. So we know that the decimal rounded to 4 significant digit, we're going to leave that 2 alone because we have a 0 in the fifth. So we just simply have 19.62. We don't need to add any trailing zeros here. And then for 18, 5 significant digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm looking at the number to the right of the 5, which is a 6. Since it is greater than 5, I'm going to raise up my 5 by 1. So the decimal rounded is 232.16. That's it for Chapter 1.